I'm curious if he's going to get any other wrestlers to join this game. That would get in on this. And it's Fanatics. Fanatics will do everything.
What's going on? So today, my son has a fight tomorrow. He's got an MMA fight. He's fighting in I think 145. I think is his weight. I'm not sure his weight. He'll let us know on here. But he's going to the local radio station, and the radio station has like a podcast. I didn't know they do YouTube, or else my son could have done the interview from my office. But he's driving over there right now to be on their show. So I'm gonna live stream it. If you guys would like to check them out, I think I posted their link on my YouTube channel on the posts. Go ahead and show them some love. This is a local sports talk radio station.
To get every fan looking, and we will get to your guys' comments as we can. Should we take a break now? Or should we just wait for a little bit until our 559 guy gets here? Fantastic. Let's roll. Okay, one more audio piece then, my friend. Boomer Esiason has come out. This was from a couple days ago. I didn't get a chance to talk about this. I wanted to save it until Sparky got back. But there is now an argument that the NFL should not have the Super Bowl in California solely because of California's jock tax and how much it takes away from the players. Let's hear from Boomer real quick.
Winning the Super Bowl, the winning team, each player gets $178,000. In other words, the Super Bowl isn't a part of their salary. And because the game was played in California, and California has a jock tax.
So once again, I'm just restreaming these guys' stream. They're a local sports talk podcast. They have it. They're on Instagram, YouTube. They're on the news. They're on the radio station. So my son's driving over there to do an interview with these guys. No problem, brother.
All salary. He has to pay the state of California for spending 7 days there $249,000.
That's just so stupid.
I mean, yeah, but it ends up costing him $71,000 to go play in California. Now, if I'm the NFLPA, now you got to remember, it's probably even more than that because since he's in Seattle, he's playing against San Francisco 49ers. So that's another day he's there. And he's playing against the LA Rams. That's another day he's there. So he's probably had like 9 or 10 duty days, or maybe even more than that in the state of California. So if I'm the NFLPA, I'm like, hey.
I'm going to go ahead and grab these guys' link real quick. That way I can share it. I'll put it in chat.
So I agree with him because this isn't a good look for the NFL. The fact that your starting quarterback essentially is paying to win a Super Bowl. Because if you broke down the money, I think he had to pay like $7,000 just to play. Like, I obviously we're from California. Californians, we all have our thoughts to say about these stupid taxes that keep getting thrown on top of us, including the stupid mileage tax, which I cannot stand. But again, we're not a political show. We're not going to go that far. But do you think Boomer's got a leg to stand on here? Do you think the NFL will actually consider maybe not coming back to California?
Oh,
because next year it's in LA.
I don't think they do anything about it because they're making money off of it either way. But I do see his gripe. Mm-hmm. I do think the NFL, the money machine that it is, they need to find a way to put that somehow into their contracts as a bonus, post bonus, something, or raise up the price so it evens out whatever state they're in. But I can see the gripe 100%. I mean, I had people that were down in Frisco just for the weekly events leading up to the Super Bowl, and they were telling me it was like $300-400 for parking. And I'm like, what?
Well, see, like that's that. I mean, this entire thing is what kind of boggles my mind, but it also goes back to the argument of why these players choose certain states that don't have state taxes.
Florida.
But California, it also makes sense why these athletes are getting paid stupid amounts of money to come play in LA because they have to in order to make a profit at all.
Yeah, to cover it.
Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Here. So again, whether it needs to be changed at the California state level with all of these taxes or the NFL just makes a drastic change, because that is how you will get that changed, is if major organizations continue to pull out of the state of California, California has to make a change. They have to do something to lure them back in. especially when it seems like the new sports mecca of the United States is being built just about 4 or 5 hours away from California in Las Vegas. So why wouldn't the NFL consider just pulling a WWE and saying, maybe we should just play every year in Vegas? It helps the time situation. It's right smack dab in the middle of sports betting world. It's now the sports mecca, and it allows us to help Vegas get the flow of people back through it, because Vegas is dying in terms of just people going and visiting.
Well, yeah, and the gambling issues all across the world. I've also heard rumors of them talking about moving the Super Bowl internationally.
Yes.
And they've talked to, I know
that's a mistake in my opinion.
Yeah, but I still think it's the same thing with, with comedy, with wrestling, with anything. But there is an avenue there. There's money there, and they're spending it. Mm-hmm. And I will say there's also been the talk from Goodell of not only expanding the season an extra week like we've talked about for years, but he's also talking about moving a franchise there, whether that's an expansion or an exit.
So if you're just joining, this is a local podcast where I live that it's a sports podcast. My son has an MMA fight tomorrow, and they invited him on here to do an interview. These guys are on the radio station 101.1. They're on an AM too. Looks like 12:30 AM, but they're on the news, TikTok, all the socials, and I just found out they have a YouTube, so I'm streaming it now. My son's on his way. It looks like he is about probably like 5 minutes away. He's so late. They told him to be there by 7:30. It's 7:28. This dude didn't leave the house till 7. He got all nervous and wanted to do his hair and everything, so we'll see what time he gets there. And I don't know if they're going to be interviewing any other local fighters, but honestly, I really don't care. I just want to see my son up here. What's up, DJ Electra?
I don't think moving teams from London to New York and then back to London and then have them play a game in London and then, move back and go to Florida or California for that matter. It's going to be way too much travel for them to have to deal with, and the overall wear and
yeah, dude, he did his hair for the radio, and he got this his girlfriend bought him this $130 jacket. Yesterday was his birthday. So he's sitting there trying to get ready. I was like, dude, go. But I think he's going to be on camera, so it's kind of probably good he did do his hair. He's looking a little rough. He's been training all month, so.
That have said, dude, I would love to move my family into, Europe or whatever.
See, I think they say that now
until it happens,
and they realize the exact things that we were just talking about, the wear and tear, the jet lag, the just everything you're going to have to deal with while playing in a different country. Not to mention that means other teams coming to London and all of their teams having to.
Looks like he's pulling up right now. So he's at their studio, it looks like. So we'll see if they introduce him or anything.
If they make a final decision on this entire expansion within the next 2 to 3, especially with how many European games we're getting next year. If I'm not mistaken, I think we're getting 1 per week.
Yep.
1 per week. So most of you who hate waking up at the crack of dawn, and I mean the crack of dawn, to watch a football game, you're going to have to do that every single Sunday. Every single Sunday. And hope and pray those teams score more than 10 points. Because as we saw this last year with the Broncos and the Jets, that doesn't happen all the time. So let's take a break. We got our 559 fighter in the building right now. We'll get to Ezekiel on the other side. Plus, our boy Anthony will be here right after that. And then Ali Sadiq, the YouTube comedian, will be joining us at 8:30 as well. This is the early bird special right here on KGEO Sports Talk.
Dude, that is so cool. They're going to interview Ali Sadiq. This, if you guys don't know who Ali Sadiq is, he's a badass comedian. He's funny as fuck. Right after my son. So that's pretty cool. So they're on a break right now. And then my son's going to come up and they're going to interview him. Same podcast that they're interviewing Ali Sadiq. You guys look him up. Look up Ali Sadiq. He's funny as hell. think that's pretty cool. And if you're in, I got 6 people in here. Thanks for watching. My son has a fight tomorrow. He's a MMA fighter. He fights for 559, and this radio station, I guess podcast radio station, invited him to interview. So it's pretty cool. And after him, they're interviewing a comedian named Ali Sadiq, which I think he's funny as hell. He's pretty big comedian. So appreciate you guys. Yes, sir. Hit that like button. I'll also put the link to the podcast, to their podcast, in the chat. I don't know how they'll feel about me restreaming this, but my son's on there, so they shouldn't have a problem with it. But go show them some love if you can. They're probably setting up Zekie right now. He just texted me. They're bringing him in the office. Oh, cool. And then I'm gonna try to live stream his fight tomorrow. He should be fighting about, I'm already nervous. He should be fighting about 7:30 p.m. PST. So I'll try to live stream it. Those things are hard for me to live stream because I don't know if anybody ever had their kid fighting in the octagon, and it's hard to sit still. I end up running around the octagon, yelling at people, pushing old ladies out of the way. Cool. My boy's so nervous to get on camera. And this is the first time I've heard about these guys. You got to support the local podcasts. Yeah, the old lady shouldn't have gotten in my way. Don't they know my kid's in the ring? It should be fun. And I don't know exactly who he's fighting because he had a few fighters drop out, so I'm not sure. I think they're going to interview the person he's fighting also. I'm not sure. So they just went on break. Appreciate you guys for joining. 7:30 a.m. for me. I didn't even know this was going on until like I got another boy. I got to make him breakfast right now for school. I'm gonna live stream this. So if I jump off camera, I'll be I got to make my other son breakfast. He's got school in about an hour. Make some pancakes and bacon or something. Awesome. Oh, that ain't no suntan. That's a sunburn. I've been sunburned for like a week. I started working second watch, and now my skin's getting used to getting sun. I've been working nights for years. Now that I'm on days, and it's been foggy here, and I'm still getting sunburned. I barely jump back on YouTube because I'm working days, and every time I jump on a panel, they're like, "Dude, you all right?" Here we go.
Welcome back.
There's my boy. Look at that
Early
guy.
Bird Special right here on KGEO Sports Talk, 101.1 FM, 12:30 a.m. And once again, Sparky, we have a guest in here that's going to make me feel old. We have a 19-year-old MMA fighter
20.
right here.
He just turned 20.
His fourth fight is coming up Friday.
Turned 20 yesterday.
Tomorrow fights. Mr. Ezekiel Ortiz.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you. Nice to meet you.
Nice
first
to
and
meet
foremost. Let's start with your background. Since you're 19, and that just blew my mind when you told me that right now. But you're born and raised here in Bakersfield, correct?
Yes, sir.
High school? Where'd you
I
go?
went to Ridgeview High School.
Ridgeview.
Nice.
Let's get a little
Yes,
closer to
sir.
my
Go Wolfpack.
Yeah, we have a fellow Wolfpack
Yes,
right here in
sir.
the corner. So, were you a wrestler, or what? How did you get started in all of this?
So I originally started with football.
Okay.
I've played football since I was a little kid.
What position?
Linebacker, outside linebacker, a little bit of
Nice.
safety.
Okay. So you were all over the place.
Yeah, I even played quarterback for a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So I wrestled in high school.
Mhm.
That was the sport I fell in love with.
Really? And then it just obviously evolved into MMA and all of that. Were you training in high school to get into this, or is it just something that you did afterwards?
It was something I did afterwards. For wrestling, I loved wrestling. I loved, the sport, but I wasn't too much of a school guy. I didn't want to go to college and wrestle in college. So
So
Where-
professional
He barely
fighting is
graduated.
where
He
you
barely
went.
Yes,
slid
sir.
by. high
What
school.
was the moment? Like, was there a moment while you were wrestling that just made you think, I want to do this for the rest of my dang life?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to wrestle people and beat them up.
Yeah, honestly, once I started winning and felt that that individual, that win, I did it type of feeling. Because coming from that football team experience, it's always like I'm depending on everyone else. But once I got into wrestling, I was like, cool, this is on me. And same thing with fighting.
That adrenaline. That adrenaline. Was there a fighter? I mean, probably watching UFC or any of those. Was there a fighter that you watched that were like, dude, I could do that?
Man, honestly, it had no one specific, but definitely just all the
Just
fighters.
watching the sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've heard from a lot of 559 fighters that whether it was boxing or wrestling early in their life, they were like, I think I could do this. So I mean, this young man, you got into it early. You've already got what, 4 fights?
This is his 4th fight
That is
coming up
wild,
right here
man.
at 19. So you've only been doing this for what, a year?
20.
Maybe?
Yeah, I'm coming up on my 2nd year, so
Okay.
a year and maybe
Your first 2 fights were wins. And then we obviously had the loss last time, unfortunately. But we were talking about this during the break, and you told me that it was kind of a good thing that you lost. It was a calming effect. So
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think during that fight that I lost, I was, like confident, so confident, and I wasn't wanting to look at my flaws. I wasn't really paying attention to what I wasn't good at, and those definitely showed during that fight. So those are the things I need to work on, and it told me that.
The young kid is learning about the hothead already. You're on your way to a professional, my friend. I'm telling you. It's the good thing is when you know that humbling needs to be done at some point.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. Okay, so what style of fighting do you traditionally stick to then? Are you just more of a wrestler? Do you like to strike? Like, where do you usually go?
I mix it up, both. Honestly, I want to be.
What's your strength then?
My strength would probably be wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yeah, I've done it very long, and
Yeah, it's just kind of the usual thing for you. Well, we've had our guy Sal has been on this show and has been a very big proponent that wrestlers are the best, or at least the most fundamentally sound when starting as MMA fighters. Do you believe that's true too?
I do believe that. I can agree with that for sure.
What do you think it is about you guys that just makes it easy for you to make that transition?
Grit. Wrestling builds grit. I think not a lot of, you can't build that, It's wrestling. There's something to it that just it changes an individual. It makes you just mentally stronger than most.
Well, speaking of mental, I mean, you were just talking about the last fight was a loss. How's your mindset changed going into this next fight tomorrow night?
My mindset, honestly, I'm feeling calm, a lot more calmer than any of my other fights. I not really
calm before the storm kind of a thing, maybe.
He's a lot calmer than
Let's
I am.
get it
I'm
on
fucking
type thing. Let's
shaky
go.
nervous.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it
love
going,
dude.
What do you know about your opponent?
I know that tomorrow he's gonna step in the cage with me.
That's about it.
Yeah, and he's gonna get that fight on.
That's all he needs to know.
That's legit, man. So
Yes,
I know I have you down as featherweight. Your Tapology said feather, but you just told me that you're sticking to bantam now.
Yes, sir.
What made the transition for you? Like, why did you want to step up into the different weight class?
Just the offer. It was just I had an option of going and not fighting or going to 145.
So obviously you're just taking the avenue that was available for you.
Yes, sir.
Is there any
Appreciate
plan to
that.
go back to feather or anything if those options are open for you?
No, I probably stay at 135, but if, like I said, things change. It's not something I'm against. I'm not going to say no, but
What,
going into a fight, we've really asked all these fighters the same type of question, but going into, there's 1 day left. How long have you known about this fight?
I've known about this fight since like late December.
Okay, so you've had a little bit of time.
Mhm.
But I mean,
Christmas.
how does your routine change going into a fight?
Intensity, just turning up the workouts, not necessarily training just to train. It's more very specific training,
Mhm.
especially once you have a name to, the person you're fighting.
Right.
It helps. You can study film. You can prepare for what they're
Certain
bringing.
aspects.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
What have you been studying about this guy? What is his style like?
His style, he seems like he's a very heavy hitting striker.
Really?
A lot of throws. It's just stuff I'm not used to.
Mm.
These past few fights, a lot of these guys they're trying to throw heavy and same stuff.
Yeah, a lot of knockout power,
Mhm.
wannabe knockout power,
Mhm.
I like to say, because there's not a lot of people that actually have their actual knockout power that they wish they did.
Not when they're dealing with wrestlers.
Absolutely not. When you get shot down in the legs, man, it changes something in you. It really does. So you still blow my mind that you're 19 years old.
He's 20.
And
God damn it.
obviously the goal with all of this is to go professional.
Yes, sir.
How do you plan to do that?
I plan to just keep getting better every day, and perfecting my craft. And when the moment's right, go pro and take over.
Fantastic.
my
I mean,
boy.
are you planning on staying with 5-5, or how are you planning on doing this? You want to jump to Bellator? Like, what's the vision look like for you?
Bellator will have to come, but with me wanting to go pro, 559 fights. They do have their pro fights. A lot of
Absolutely.
people have their pro fights. I could go pro. There's plenty of places. A1.
Absolutely.
Whatever's in there.
I'm trying to wrap my head around. Was Sal a bantam too?
I believe so.
So the two of you could potentially be seeing each other at some point.
Oh,
I would
Seeing
love
each
to see
other.
the two of you. Honestly,
I'll do that right now.
we got to get the two of them in here in the studio at the same time, though, because you two look alike too.
Yeah.
You guys look very, very similar. He's a little bit more red-haired than you, but have you talked to any of these other guys in the weight class? Like, how much do you know about your opponents going in? You know what I mean? Like, are you guys all like knowledgeable of each other before you know like who you're fighting?
Well, actually, my last fight, my opponent, my next opponent, he was fighting that same night.
Oh, was he
so
really?
you've actually seen him fight.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen him live.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So were you there? Like, did you know while watching him fight that was gonna be your next guy?
No, not at all.
Oh,
I
okay.
wouldn't have guessed.
Oh, so they just sat there and said, you know what, you two did good in both of your bouts, so maybe you should face each other.
I guess so.
And 559 fights, man. When we started doing these interviews probably a year ago, I mean, this place has grown. Not only is it streaming now, it's on ESPN, it's everywhere. But just for people that haven't heard, 559fights.com, it's 121, right? I believe it's 121 tomorrow
121
night. Tickets
tomorrow
are still available. It's out at the Visalia Convention Center. And I mean, that's a perfect Valentine's Day gift. I'm just saying.
Looking at our YouTube chat right now, it is blowing up because of you. Your family members are all in here. It is your 20th birthday
Oh, that's right. That is right.
Today?
today.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, you
Oh
told
my
me you were
gosh.
19.
Yeah, I
Just turned-
totally forgot about that.
How'd you forget your own birthday?
I didn't do anything.
Damn,
for my
kid.
Training.
birthday.
Yeah,
Damn, son.
that's fair.
I totally forgot about that.
That's absolutely fair.
That's
You're
really
so
funny.
focused on the fight,
Yeah,
you
his
didn't even know
mind
it was
is
your
set.
birthday.
Apologies,
Brother.
Well, happy belated birthday.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
Go get you a win. How do our listeners get tickets? How can they watch?
You guys can hit me up for tickets.
Yes.
They also have a link in my bio.
Get your Instagram handle out there real quick for people who don't know what it is.
Absolutely. It's can I pull it up?
You can pull it up. Yeah, feel
Gotcha,
free to look
gotcha,
at it. Yeah,
gotcha, gotcha.
and it's a
If
spot
not,
on
you
the
can also
question.
go to the early bird special. It's
Yes.
streaming on our story right now.
And I know, are they still doing the codes that Sal was telling us about? That the 559, if you go and buy your tickets and put, I believe it's
Yes,
the first initial and your last name,
Mhm.
they get a discount, and it also goes towards your ticket sales, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So if you're looking to do
Me
something,
and the wife were just
E or
talking about
T's, as soon as you buy your tickets, it'll help this young man here with his ticket sales, and you guys get a chip of that, I
We get a
believe,
little
right?
bit,
You
yeah.
better
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking in my head. Shoot.
give him a
Especially for
birthday
his
gift.
20th birthday. Yeah.
Right?
Somebody got to be giving this boy something. He don't even remember his own birthday.
Yeah.
Sorry, pull up your Instagram
Gotcha.
handle one more time, my guy,
Yeah, of
and then we'll
course.
get it out there. But yes, 559 121 this weekend. It's in Visalia. So
Tomorrow,
if you are
baby.
in the area, go check it out. Visalia
Let's go.
Convention Center,
Yep.
Mhm.
if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And it packs out, man. So if you want to go see this, you need to get your tickets now.
And you're not
Absolutely.
going just for a couple fights.
No, not
I mean,
at all.
They have a full fight card. And
Yeah.
You'll be there for a while.
And
It's well worth the money.
You are on the main card, I see, is right?
Yeah, I'll be the ninth fight, I believe.
Okay.
You're that ninth fight.
Again,
That-
It's
Pack
an
it up, let's
all-day
go.
affair, dude. It is an all-day thing, and each and every one of the fights are always entertaining. So I'm sorry, what was your Instagram handle, my guy?
The Instagram is going to be ZEK.I and then EE. That is
Gotcha.
it.
ZEK.II.E, right?
.IEE.
IEE. I
Yes,
apologize.
sir.
So go there, go check him out, go follow this kid before his fight tomorrow night. And if you're going to buy your 559 tickets today or tomorrow, make sure you use the code EORTIZ at purchase, and it'll go to our guy Ezekiel here. Thank you for your time, my friend. You've been
Absolutely.
fantastic.
Thank you,
Happy
guys.
20th birthday again. We'll have you back again after your fight. Good luck. And hopefully you walk away with a birthday win.
Thank you,
Hell
guys.
yeah.
Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. Let's take a break real quick. We'll get to some other stuff on the other side. This is the Early Bird Special right here on KGEO Sports Talk.
That was awesome. That was cool. All right, I just wanted to stream that. Thank you guys for jumping in. I got to go make my other son breakfast. I'm fucking pumped. So see you guys on the next one. Later. Thanks again.